Hi, hello, and welcome. I hope you're having an amazing day because I know that I definitely am. My name is Stealthy and I am a development ninja. As an HR manager, I helped hundreds of employees develop new skills and dozens of managers build the strength of their workforce. Now, as a learning consultant, I create programs and courses that help people build new skills and develop strengths they never knew they possessed. It's kind of my thing. Using my special knack, I want to help you progress along your personal and professional development journey. Now, here's the big secret. I don't just preach. I actually personally practice everything I share. In fact, during this podcast, I'll share an update on my latest act of building on bravery. So settle in, make yourself comfortable, and prepare to expand your mindset. Welcome to the Building on Bravery podcast. In this week's podcast, we'll be learning about free development activities. Is that a legitimate thing? We'll get the latest update on my own personal Building on Bravery journey, and we'll learn about another awesome development hack. Now, before we get started, I really want to apologize. Podcasting is brand new to me. You could say it's a new step I'm being brave about. Because it's so new, I'm doing a lot of trial and error. Right now, I'm like a scientist. I'm doing a lot of experimenting. I'm learning a lot as I go, and I'm developing lots of new skills and knowledge. It's been, so very cool. But that also means that, hopefully at least, what I produce will continue to get better and better. That being said, full disclosure, I'm recording in a closet this week, basically. Last week's podcast sounded really echoey and, well, I don't even know how to describe it. So I'm changing up a few things. I'm experimenting, and we'll see what the result is. Hopefully it will be better. Maybe it'll be worse. But we'll never know until we try. So I really want to thank you for being my guinea pigs, for being so patient with me. You completely rock, my friend. Now, settle in and let's get the show going. To talk a little bit about development resources, and I've worked in the training and development sphere for quite a while now. I've helped people in a corporate environment build skills, capabilities, and knowledge. I've also helped people along on their own personal development path as well. I've seen it all. Well, I guess I can't really say that. I'm sure there's something out there that I haven't come across yet. I kind of can't wait now to see something really off the wall come my way. If you can satisfy my curiosity with an awesomely unique skill you're trying to develop and you happen to be watching on YouTube, drop a comment down below. Tell me all about it. I'd really love to hear from you. Okay, so I kind of went on a bit of a tangent, didn't I? Went a little sideways. In all my time supporting people through their personal and professional development paths, I've seen one mistake made over and over and over again. Mistake might be a little bit harsh. There really aren't any mistakes, right? Just happy accidents. The common misconception I see is that development costs a lot, that development is a series of activities that people pay to attend, books they buy, or seminars that cost an arm or a leg, or maybe your firstborn child. 9 times out of 10, someone building a development plan for the first time will create a long list of go-dos. And I mean a long list. And every single item on that list is something they'll have to pay for. So here's an example of what I mean. Someone wanting to develop gratitude had on their list of go-dos, sign up for XYZ's class on happiness and gratitude, sign up for meditation classes at ABC Studio, buy this and this book, buy a gratitude journal, and download a gratitude app. When all is said and done, the price tag on this development plan went into the thousands of dollars, and I'm not even exaggerating. When creating a development plan, our first instinct is that this is an investment into ourselves. We're worth it, right? I'm not going to say that's a lie. You're definitely worth it. But it is an amazing bit of marketing propaganda. Not going to lie. Marketers and business people try to sell us on the idea that personal and professional development is something that can be bought and sold. If you attend my workshop, you'll reach your goal. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll be eligible for that super cool job. People will love you more. You'll find your dream girl. It's literally all marketing BS. Now, I don't want to sit here and yes, I am sitting and tell you there's no value in these tools and activities. There can be for the right people, for the right reasons, and under the right circumstances. They may even be right for you, but you really won't know whether this is in fact the case unless you explore all your options. So, okay, I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. Development is an awesome thing, and there are so many tools and resources that are available to you. Whatever you're trying to develop, there's something out there for you, including a lot of really great free or almost free resources. So, full disclosure, investing in free resources. Oh my goodness, this shouldn't be that hard to say. It's still an investment. You're trading an investment of time for an investment of money. You'll need to have work to research, okay? First off, you'll need to find the resources. I'll talk about a couple of free ones near the end of this segment. There's a reason why it's so easy to find pay-for resources. Marketers are paying to get their ads in front of your face. Very few people pay to advertise for free resources. But if you do a little bit of searching, you'll find some free resources pretty easily. Google free plus whatever skill it is that you're looking to develop, and you'll be surprised at the number of results that come up. Now, just a word of caution, okay? Invest a little bit of time in verifying that the free resource or tool that's being provided is actually from a reputable source. Is the company legitimate? Has the individual shared anything about their personal history or their credentials? When it comes to free, it's literally buyer beware. Now, on that note, have I mentioned that I've worked in the arena of development and training for years and have successfully helped hundreds of people along their development journey? So with everything that I've just said about free development tools being a time investment, why would I recommend them? Well, for a lot of reasons, actually. Number one, life is expensive. You need to put food in your belly, keep a roof over your head, and internet through your wires. None of that is free. And if you're like millions of people out there, you could do with having something fabulous in your life that doesn't require you to take out a second mortgage to afford it. Number two, free doesn't mean bad. Just like pay for services don't mean they're good. In fact, let's be frank here. Even if you're paying for a service or a book or whatever, I really, really hope that you're investing the same amount of time into researching and vetting that source is reputable. Just because you're paying for it doesn't mean the person putting it out into the world knows what they're doing. And, that it's any good or that it will resonate with you. Number three, using a free tool or resource means you get a chance to try it before you buy it. You get to test if that particular approach or learning style resonates with you, but also you get a true feeling for whether this is a path you really want to travel down. Is this really a skill you're interested in developing? You have no idea how many people I've known who've invested boatloads of money or buckets of time into developing skills or competencies that it turned out they never actually enjoy using and didn't really need. Number 4, you get to build the basic foundation that will make an actual financial investment worth it. Foundational courses that you have to pay to attend won't teach you anything that you can't learn for free. So why not learn the basics for free and invest your dollars when you're ready to move on to more advanced levels of your skill development? So I want to put the moment on pause here for just a second. Free resources are often aimed at beginners or intermediates. Let's just face facts. There are more beginners and intermediates out there than there are people who are already having advanced skills. That's just basic statistics. So, for those select few individuals out there who already possess advanced skills in whatever area they're trying to develop, free resources just might not have the same value as they would to someone who's just beginning to develop. If you're already advanced in the skill you're trying to strengthen, be patient, my friend. Stay tuned. We'll talk about it in a future podcast, so don't forget to subscribe. I don't want you to miss out. Now, getting back to our list of why free. Number 5, and I promise that this is going to be the last one. A lot of times, free can be fabulous. There are 2 kinds of free: content and resources that are free because the producer is genuinely passionate about the subject and wants everyone to know about it. An example I'm thinking about is a man who gives away free meditation classes. The free classes are available to anyone, but if you want to obtain a certificate so you can teach meditation yourself, then you have to enter a paid class. Now, the other reason a skill builder may be free is because the producer is aiming to earn money from something peripheral. They may provide basic information in the hopes that people will pay for the more advanced information, or for a book, or a piece of e-learning, or whatever that might look like. They may share their knowledge and resources, hoping to get ad revenue when you view it, even. Now, let's think about this. If someone's truly passionate about a subject, they'll do their best to share their best. They want you to enjoy what they love just as much as they do. And if someone's hoping to make money off of you long term, the same applies. They want you to see them as a trusted and knowledgeable resource. They also want to give you their best in the hope that you'll come back later and spend a little money with them. That's just my long-winded way of saying don't poo-poo on something just because it's free. So let me put my money where my mouth is. What are some of these fabulous free resources I'm talking about? Well, if you're watching this podcast on YouTube, you already know about one. YouTube is one of the fastest growing knowledge sharers out there. You can find a how-to video on pretty much any topic. If you want to learn how to use a hammer, or maybe it's interpersonal communication that you want to develop, there are dozens, maybe even hundreds of resources available for you here. Udemy is another great resource. Udemy, so that's Udemy, is a clearinghouse for all sorts of classes and lessons. Some you have to pay for, but there are also many that you don't. I've gone through several free Udemy courses myself. I've also referred Udemy as a fantastic resource at work. Now, if your development goal happens to be to learn a new language, Duolingo is fabulous. It helps build vocabulary strength and word usage. Even if your plan is to one day take a language class, Duolingo can help build some fantastic foundational awareness, and maybe that can help you to be a little bit more comfortable when you step into that in-person class. Finally, in my top 4 free resources source list, I have, drumroll please, you'll never expect this one, my friend, the library. I know, right? So unexpected, so out of left field. Libraries have masses of resources, and all of them are free to borrow. I mean, they're free as long as you return them on time, right? Books, audiobooks, DVDs, abstracts, magazines, highly technical and very expensive books, and even online resources. These are all pay-for activities that you can use 100% free. Pretty fab, right? So, really, here's the thought I want to leave you with. It's super easy to push a bunch of pay for activities onto your development plan. Honestly, it's kind of what we're conditioned to do. But if you take a little bit of time to consider your needs and what can actually help, if you invest a little bit of creativity and time, I guarantee that your development plan will be a whole heck of a lot more effective. After all, what's a better way to help strengthen a new skill? Practicing it and actively engaging and learning more, or sitting on your butt in a seat and listening to a lecture. I don't know about you, but I'll pass on the lecture literally any day. If you're watching on YouTube and you have any brilliant ideas for free development resources, I'd love to hear about them. Leave a note in the comments down below. Last week, I mentioned that my latest attempt at skill development through building on bravery is streaming. A little bit ago, I started streaming on Twitch, and I'm happy to say that despite all my back and forths, all my attempts to give myself an excuse to stop and a way out, I'm still up and running at twitch.tv/stealthy as a possum. Yay! Sparkle, sparkle. You're probably sitting there rolling your eyes, but when it comes to personal or professional skill development, this is actually a pretty big stage that most of us will pass through. 9 out of 10 people actively attempting to develop or strengthen a skill or competency will have moments where their little lizard brain tries to take control and talk them out of trying to grow. Some coaches call this self-doubt, but that's not really what it is. You're not doubting that you're capable of making that change or growing that new skill. Deep down, you already know you can do it. No, it's not self-doubt. It's actually the opposite. Your subconscious is trying to convince you to stay in your comfort zone because succeeding at change is scary. Your subconscious mind wants to keep you exactly the way you are right now. In fact, I hate to say that, but it's kind of its job. Your scared lizard brain of a subconscious doesn't want you to change. It doesn't want you to ever be more than what you are at this very moment. Regardless of what you consciously want and what you've decided, your subconscious thinks it knows better. It thinks it'll keep you safe. And it does this by being a total jerkbutt and trying to convince you to back out and back down. And oh my, did my subconscious ever have a lot to say on the subject of me streaming. It's a waste of time, it said. You have better things to do, it said. You're taking time away from family or doing other things, it said. You're being selfish. You're being unproductive. You're just being silly. Just stop already. Are you seeing the pattern? My subconscious literally went through every excuse. It threw every excuse in the book at me, like literally every excuse. Every single one of them. And I listened. Sure, that's right. Streaming is selfish. I'm the only one who benefits from it. And really, what's the benefit? What am I getting out of it? Not only am I being unproductive and taking time away from my family, I'm also making a total fool of myself for absolutely no reason. What skill did I really think I was going to develop doing this? It's just stupid. I'm gonna stop. My conscious mind started to listen to my subconscious. It started to see the logic in what it said. And every time I listened, that argument just seemed a little more compelling. It was compelling, that is, until I reminded myself that my lizard brain doesn't actually know what's best for me. It's not my friend and it's not trying to help me. In fact, the more it pushes me to stop something, the more I should see it as a sign that I need to push through and see it through to the end. If my lizard brain subconscious is telling me streaming isn't worth doing, then I know with absolute certainty that streaming really is something I must do. If my lizard brain's scared, that's a definite sign that I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone and building a new strength. I know that I'm on the right path. Armed with this reminder, I literally went from saying this is the last stream, I'm never doing this again, to telling myself I'm so excited. I can't wait until my next stream. I can't wait to build on my self-confidence, my communication, my relationship building, my curiosity, my creativity, and my interpersonal skills. Because I recognized that my lizard brain was trying to steer me away from something great, I was able to reset my intent and redirect my effort back towards my development. If you want to check in to see how I'm doing, kind of for science purposes, I'd love to see you there. You can check me out at twitch.tv/stealthyasapossum and give me a word or two or three of encouragement. Let's chat about your personal development journey, how you're doing, and how I can help you along your path. As you travel down your development path, you'll have these lizard brain moments too. It's totally normal. And it actually works as a great sign that you need to put the moment on pause, pat yourself on the back for doing something so awesome, and for growing. So as you've been walking your own development path, have you had your very own lizard brain moment? I'd love to hear about it and how you defeated your lizard brain monster. If you're watching on YouTube, leave your story in the comments down below. This week's development hack is super simple. It's listen to your body. As you progress along your development path, your body will give you cues and signs. You can use these little mini check-ins on your progress. Early on in your journey, you'll notice signs of anxiety, nervousness, tension, trepidation. You're trying something new, you're doing something you weren't comfortable with. Now, as you progress through your development tasks, that tension and anxiety will start to lessen. You won't feel a knot of tension as you practice writing, a lump in your throat when you prepare to speak in public, or feel butterflies in your stomach before you talk to that girl you're crushing on. Your body will relax and lose some of that tension as you relax into your new skill, as you become more comfortable with it. That's a great sign. Now, depending on how you want to progress and what your next steps are, may also be a sign that you're ready to move on to more complex learning. If you're feeling comfortable and you want to continue to develop, that moment of, yeah, I've got this, is a sign that you're actually ready to push yourself a little bit harder. Now, it's a delicate balance. A little bit of stress and butterflies. As you're growing, it's only normal, it's healthy. Too much is not a good thing though. If you've moved into the realm of fear, anxiety, or panic, that's a sign that it's time to take the foot off the gas pedal and slow things down a little. You're pushing yourself just a little too hard, or maybe a lot too hard. It doesn't mean you need to stop. It just means that you need to explore the pace of your work and the development activities you're doing. Are they balanced? Do you need a little bit of a break? Are there other skills you need to learn before you step into this next phase of your development plan? Skills that will make the path before you just a little bit easier to walk. Listen to your body. Don't ignore the signs it gives you. They're valuable clues. We're constantly growing and changing. As we learned today, the changes can be scary, but when we're scared, it's actually a really great sign that we're on the right road to growth. Remember to listen for the clues your body is giving you while ignoring that jerk butt of a lizard brain that's trying to steer you in the wrong direction. When you take control of your development, just like you're doing right now, my friend, you're able to accomplish all kinds of wonderful things. Thank you for sharing your development journey with me. I'm so excited to be walking this path with you, and I can't wait to see where your development takes you. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future episodes. And until next time, have a great week and be gentle with yourself.